S24 Ultra versus S23 Ultra. Let's begin with a boot up in 3, 2, go, and see which one could get there first. Now, if you're looking to go ahead and upgrade, this video could help you out. Or if you're considering one or the other and you want to just see how they perform next to each other and get a good look at both of them, this could help you out as well. We are looking at the upgraded Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 on the left, 8 Gen 2 on the right, which is not old. It's last year's, but it's still very powerful. And the S24 Ultra does turn on first. We also go to a flat display here from the curved OLED panel on the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Let me know which one you like more down below, the curved OLED or the flat panel OLED. Let me know down below in the comments. Okay, so when it comes to unlocking each device, both of them do have the same in-display fingerprint sensor. So you can see they both unlock at about the same time, which is to be expected. These aren't different phones with super different animations, but you do see that on that lock screen on the right. Do you see that flickering? That's the PWM on the S23 Ultra. That has been massively improved, almost double the rate here on the Galaxy S24 Ultra, and I could confirm that's true. This phone has been much more comfortable on my eye than the S23 Ultra. However, Samsung has acknowledged this already, but I'm sure you heard about the fact that this phone just doesn't look very vivid. That is true. This one definitely looks more saturated, but this one's much more clear and crystal clear and higher quality. So hopefully that new update they're coming out with just gives you that option to get a little bit more punchy. But other than that, it's flawless. In terms of the actual, going through the applications tray and speed, the S24 Ultra feels slightly better to me, especially just kind of like scrolling through stuff. It just looks a little more choppy on the S23 Ultra, but very slight. You'll notice it more when hopping between tons of apps, but overall just a little bit better. Now both of these are on One UI 6. This one's 6.0, that one's 6.1. This doesn't have the 6.1 just yet. I've been checking for the update. It's not available here, so that's what we're rocking out here in this video. All right, so we arrived at the app test and everything is going to be closed out now for all devices. Let's go ahead and begin with calendar. About the same. Calculator, similar, clock, weather, Play Store. Now once we get into these apps, we're going to do some in-app performance here. Just kind of see how they do. You can see pretty much the same performance when in application even. You can see when we get to things to do, a little snappier there on the left, but overall scrolling, all that good stuff. Everything you're doing in the app is even pretty much the same on the older phone here. So you're going to be upgrading for the improved build, the improved display, the improved camera, and the improved battery. It is a little bit better battery life I found on the S24 Ultra. So you noticed if you watched the Galaxy event for the S24 Ultra, they didn't really talk a lot about the CPU, meaning that they already were pretty content with the performance. That's how I took it anyway. And you can see right here, they didn't really have to. This is more about the AI and other stuff. And you'll see faster on the left. But the 8 Gen 3 and the Adreno 750 is still an improvement, so that's why I wanted to test them. You'll see faster on the left by a hair, just a hair. Like every year, we're just going up one hair. One hair a year. $1,000 every year for one hair. That was sarcasm, by the way. Let's see what happens here. And we'll hit play. And it doesn't look like it's letting me launch because the same login. Let's just go on a tempo run here. And let's see what happens here. And we're going to sign in. Let's go. Let's go into Free Fire. Hopefully this one doesn't not let me in either. Let's see. So looks like the S23 Ultra was able to get into there first. And now we have the S24 Ultra. So the S24 Ultra was a little bit behind on Free Fire. Let's go into Hill Climb. That could be because it was loading the lobby. Let me know if you think that was the reason. But you can see here, this 23 Ultra, even in this like basic stuff, it's doing well, but even in the heavier stuff, it keeps up with the S24 Ultra. So I think it's getting to that level, just like I talk about with my Apple comparisons, that you really gotta be pushing them like hard. And I don't know how many people are actually pushing them that hard. Really, like these phones, do you push it that hard that you're gonna even notice a difference in the CPU too much? Let me know down below in the comments. But overall, just in this general app test, I would say pretty much identical. There's no like clear win here to me for the S24 Ultra in everyday app opening. Even in-app performance, when we are like going through stuff, the scrolling is the same. When you like filter things, when you back gesture, anything you do, it's literally like the same kind of feel. So the difference though is you got that curved lip here on the edges of the S23 Ultra. So when you are going back, you do feel that gesture a little nicer, but there are benefits to the flat display. You know, you don't have those accidental presses. You don't have the hard ability to put on a screen protector. There are benefits to a flat display as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through the applications now in RAM management. So Samsung didn't really boost the RAM at all. So we're still at 12 gigs. And you can see they did boost the animations though. 6.1 here, looking good. Oh, I gotta come from this side. Let's go into Subway Surfers. I got a little confused there because the app was all black screen. You could see nothing really reloading here. Very good job. Basically flawless there for the S24 Ultra. So let's go ahead and run it through on the S23 Ultra. I can tell you, the S23 Ultra feels the same. It feels just about as smooth, but looks more vivid for sure. We're still on that app that didn't know. I don't even know why I opened that. That didn't even open in the initial app test. Let's go into Starbucks, Amazon, eBay, Instagram, X or Twitter, Groupon, Play Store, weather clock, calculator. No issues here. And again, within in-app performance, there's no real issues with this one either. That's Vision Pro right there. There's just really no issues whatsoever with this one either. So definitely, if you wanted to pick up this now at a discounted price, it's going to be an amazing option as well for you. Final Geekbench results are in for S24 Ultra, 6954 on the multi-core and 2232 on the single. We're about to be done here on the S23 Ultra, but if we go to single core, you can see it's showing it definitely beats the S23 Ultra. But what is mine going to get? You can see here S23 Ultra usually gets a 5000. So let's see if the matches up here. And you'll see better than the results it showed before. 2001 on the single core, pretty close to that of the S24 Ultra, and 5322. So a pretty good leap in the multi-core score for the Galaxy S24 Ultra. We're going to go ahead now and run the 3D Mark. You can see some of my old results. Definitely going to be outperforming here, but we're going to do the actual test here on this one. So we'll go ahead and do Wildlife Extreme, and I'll hit play, and we'll be back when they are done testing out the GPU. We'll see the frame rates and stuff like that. I'll be back in a second. Here is our Wildlife Extreme score. You can see 2563 on the frame rate there, 4280, 3684, and 22.06 on the average frame. You can see this score is better than 91%, better than 84 on the S23 Ultra. I can tell you right now, and they both only dropped 1%. The S24 Ultra got a little hotter, going up to 40 degrees Celsius over here, 37 to 38. So the S23 Ultra, for some reason, maintained its temperature a little bit better. But I can tell you right now, really, you cannot go wrong with either one of these phones. Let's go ahead and take a look at the camera. I'm gonna make sure it's closed out already. So that's all closed out and all closed out there. So let's go ahead and open the camera, see which one is quicker. 3, 2, go. And these haven't changed drastically either, although you do have a new 5x zoom. And we'll go ahead and do it again. 3, 2, go. Faster than S23 Ultra. Let's see if it's changing between the lenses. Is any different? There's a little bit of a, you can just see it a little different. It looks like a little choppier on the S23 Ultra. I'm not sure what that is. S24 Ultra, sorry. And going in, you could see pretty much similar. Let's test that shutter key. Let's go ahead and test that. Yeah, about the same. So overall, wrapping it up here, the S24 Ultra is going to just be for those who just got to have the latest and greatest. They got to have the AI features. They want the 5x zoom, and they're taking advantage of those pre-order deals. It's going to be an amazing product, also better battery life and a much better PWM rate, as well as a much clearer display, although we're still waiting for that vivid update Samsung's going to bring soon. S23 Ultras, for those who want a discounted S24 Ultra, they want a curved display still, they want a vivid saturated panel, and they just want it at a lower price point. That's just about it. These are pretty similar phones though. They're very, very tight, very, very close, even though they're a whole year apart. So hopefully Samsung does something very different next year, because I don't want to see another phone that looks just like this or acts exactly the same, because then it's going to just feel like the same old, same old, same old. So I think it's time for them to do something a little bit maybe bigger, different on the next iteration. So I'm looking forward to next year. But let me know your thoughts on these two right here down below in the comments. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Nick here. Be sure to be well. And peace.